Now, a former Longwood police chief is facing federal charges, accused of hiring a convicted felon to police the streets and even providing him with a gun.
Thomas Jackson led the Longwood Police Department for decades. Now, only Eyewitness News found out he's found himself on the other side of the law.
At 6, we told you Jackson was arrested after a federal indictment accused him of hiring a convicted felon as a police officer and taking bribes from him. Eyewitness News at 10's Ryan Hughes is live at the federal courthouse. And Ryan, Jackson was arrested in North Carolina, but he'll have to come back here to answer to these accusations.
Marty, I'm told he vacations in North Carolina with family, and he turned himself in at a local jail early yesterday morning. A spokesman with the U.S. Attorney's Office said he will eventually have to come back here to Orlando and go before a judge in the federal courthouse behind me. Thomas Jackson was part of the Longwood Police Department for more than 30 years. He spent 13 of them as chief. Tonight, he's facing serious federal charges stemming from that role. This indictment says Jackson took money from Samir Mahjoub so Mahjoub could become a police officer. Thing is, Mahjoub is a convicted federal felon, meaning he can't work as an officer in Florida. Mahjoub allegedly gave the chief more than $30,000 over the course of a few years. It's unclear how long he worked as a cop.
The fallout in this case could be widespread.
Eyewitness News legal analyst Bill Schaefer says it means cases the officer was part of could be tossed.
Because of the hiring of a person who's a convicted felon, otherwise good cases may well be compromised and guilty people may walk.
Documents show the chief even provided Mahjoub with a gun and ammo, which is a violation of his probation. The paperwork says Jackson got Mahjoub badges and credentials from the police department, which identified him as an officer. After he retired from Longwood, Jackson went on to work as chief in Belle Isle. In August, he abruptly quit. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating a complaint that he ordered a sergeant to unarrest a suspect whose father was a friend of the city manager. He also allegedly stopped a detective from doing thorough background checks on new hires who came from the Longwood Police Department. And at this point, we're still working to find out what caused Samir Mahjoub to become a convicted felon and where he's living and working today. We still don't know what the relationship was between the former chief and the police officer. I reached out to many public officials in both Longwood and Belle Isle late today, but haven't heard back from anyone tonight. Live downtown, Ryan Hughes, Eyewitness News at 10.
A lot left to that story. Ryan, thank you.